Welcome! Today, we're going to unlock a superpower that you already have. Seriously. It's the power to completely change your life just by changing your mind. We're going to dive into how you can build a better version of yourself, starting from the inside out. So, let's just start with a big question here. What if you could actually rewrite the rules that run your own mind? Think about it for a sec. Your beliefs are like this invisible script that's running your entire life. It affects every decision, every action. But here's the most exciting part. You're the one holding the pen. You get to edit that script.
Every single one of us has a belief system. And probably the best way to think about it is like an inner compass. It's always pointing you in a certain direction. It's shaping your reality. So the real question is it pointing you towards your dreams, or is it kind of keeping you stuck right where you are?
Yeah, so our beliefs can act in one of two ways. They can be anchors, those limiting voices that whisper, "I can't," and just hold you back. Or they can be wings, those empowering convictions that shout, "I can," and just propel you forward into a world of possibilities. Today we're all about building your wings.
Okay, so let's get into this, because to change our beliefs, we've got to understand where they even come from in the first place, right? They don't just pop up out of nowhere, they're built piece by piece, and a lot of the time, we don't even realize it's happening.
It's actually a four-step process that can turn just a random, fleeting thought into a solid belief that defines who we are. So first, a thought just pops into your head. Then, you start treating it like a little hypothesis, looking for evidence. And once you find enough proof, it becomes a conviction. And finally, that conviction gets cemented into a deeply held belief.
This whole process can be really subtle, so let's make it real. Let's talk about the story of Caitlin, a super talented young girl who had this amazing dream of sharing her beautiful singing voice with the entire world.
Her dream was so pure, so powerful. But slowly, the outside world started to creep in. Her friends, maybe they were just jealous, I don't know, but they planted these seeds of doubt. Her parents, who were probably just worried about her, urged her to be cautious. And those external voices, they started to become her internal monologue.
And this is where steps 2 and 3 really kick in. Caitlin started to test that hypothesis that she was too shy. She began looking for evidence, and everywhere she looked, in music videos, on TV, in magazines, she found proof that all the famous singers were these big extroverts, everything she felt she wasn't.
And there it is. Just like that, the process is complete. Her dream was replaced by a limiting belief. A simple thought, fed by outside doubt and some selective evidence, hardened into a conviction that threatened to silence her passion for good. But here is the incredible, absolutely life-changing news. That whole process, it is not a one-way street. Just as we unconsciously form these limiting beliefs, we can consciously and very deliberately choose to build empowering ones. We can literally create our own inner cheerleader. I want you to notice the powerful shift in thinking here. It's not about denying that there are challenges. It's about reframing your ability to meet them. The thought changes from this dead end of "I'm not smart enough" to the open door of "I can learn how to do this." That simple change, it puts you right back in the driver's seat.
Beliefs like these are just fuel for the soul. They're not just empty words, they are declarations of your personal power. Just imagine for a second, waking up every day and truly believing these things. How would that change your approach to challenges, to opportunities, to your entire life?
So right about now, you're probably thinking, okay, this sounds amazing, but how do I actually do it? And that is the perfect question. So let's get practical. Let's move to the actionable plan for rewriting your own script.
Here it is, your 4-step blueprint to mastering your mind. It's this really powerful process of kind of reverse engineering those old, unhelpful beliefs and intentionally installing new ones that are going to serve the person you want to become. So let's break it down.
Step 1 is all about awareness. You have to become an observer of your own mind. Really pay close attention to that inner voice, especially when you feel fear or doubt or hesitation. And when you hear that "I can't" or "I'm not," grab a pen and write it down. Get it out of your head and onto paper.
Okay, now you become a detective. You're going to put that belief on trial. Ask it the tough questions. Is this really 100% true without a single doubt? I bet if you really think about it, you can find moments in your life, even small ones, that totally contradict it. Find the evidence that proves your limiting belief is a lie.
In this step, this is where you take your power back. It's all about making an active, conscious choice. You don't wait for a new belief to just find you. You create it. On that same piece of paper, right next to that limiting belief, you're going to write its empowering opposite. You replace "I'm not worthy of success" with "I believe in myself and my ability to succeed."
And finally, you have to practice this new way of thinking until it becomes your default setting. You've got to do the reps. Say your new belief out loud every single morning. Visualize what your life is going to look like when you fully embody it. And most importantly, take small daily actions that prove your new belief is true. Consistency is absolutely everything here.
And remember, it all starts with just one new belief. That is literally all it takes to kickstart a remarkable transformation and create this ripple effect of positive change throughout your entire life.
The feeling that comes from this process it's just incredible. It's this amazing mix of relief and freedom and pure excitement. It's that feeling of grabbing the steering wheel of your own life and realizing, wait a minute, I get to decide the destination.
You know, over 400 years ago, Shakespeare wrote this, and it is just as true today as it was back then. Your reality isn't really shaped by events themselves, but by the meaning you give them. And that meaning, it's determined entirely by your beliefs.
I genuinely believe that every single person tuning in right now is capable of achieving remarkable things. You have it within you. I know you do. So I'll leave you with this question to start your journey. What is the one empowering belief you will choose to start building right now, today?
Your support really does help us create more guides just like this one, all to help you build the life you've always dreamed of. Thank you so much for joining me, and I can't wait to see you next time.